Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. I know that you guys have not seen me in a minute now, but if you're new, my name is Shanice, better known as ChaniceTv. Welcome to my channel where you'll find everything entertainment from movies, TV show reviews, original content, and fun vlogs every now and again. Okay, so be sure to subscribe so you see more of that stuff if you like it, and let's get straight on into the video. Today we are talking about Blood and Water. You guys seen my last review on Blood and Water, and you know that I absolutely love the show. I adore the actors, and this season it was no different. So I give this 5 out of 5 stars simply because I feel like this season, like, it brought light to a lot of issues, social issues that are not like really publicized. Like, you don't really hear in the mainstream media much about human trafficking. Like, you will hear about it like once every blue moon, but you don't really hear about it like as much as we would hear about this rapper and this artist like getting together and their breakup and stuff like that. We don't hear about it as much, and I feel like it's something that is very like hush hush. I mean, of course it would, because who really wants to, because it's so sad, you know. So first of all, I just have to say that I thought it was really magical. It was very incredible that Puleng found her sister, because we know from season 1 that she had this feeling, like she just had this feeling that Fehile was Pumilele. I think I'm saying her name correctly, don't crucify me if I'm not, but she just had this feeling, and here we are seasons later, and it is in fact Fehile who is Puleng's sister. Now let's talk about Wade and Puleng. I was against this from jump. I was not with it. I did not ship them whatsoever. I was team KB all along. And when, to me, I feel like I said this in my last review, but Wade was too sweet of a guy for her. Like, she needs someone like just like a little bit more chill. Like, Wade needs to get like a little bit more experience with, you know, handling and dealing with women, I feel, before like he comes to Puleng. That just sounds so weird, because I mean, like, they're meant to be high school kids. But comment, let me know if you guys understand what I'm saying. I just think that he was too sweet of a guy for her. And you know, I really admired their friendship. I did ship the friendship, but not the relationship. I want you guys to comment and let me know if you guys have seen that video about the, I don't want to say any names, but the girl and her friends who went to, was it Miami or Mexico, and like, no, she's no longer here. And then recently I saw another one, which was this girl and her roommate. Like, the roommate like basically like pounded her 6 times, like, and she thought that like that was it for her. And in all of this, like, the subject of friendship was like the main, was like the center of the story. Like, they were friends, and I just kept asking myself, like, if you have friends that would do things like that to you, oh my gosh. Like, not to get too off topic, but I just thought it was really amazing how, even though after Wade and Puleng broke up, he was still such an amazing friend to her. Like, you know, like, you might date someone and then you like, I'm not feeling this anymore or whatever, and they're just like, okay, cool, just sever ties. Wade, I feel like Wade loves Puleng, not just romantically, like, he genuinely cares about Puleng, and it was just beautiful to see that on screen. Even though like they broke up, like, he still helped her on her mission. I absolutely love that. Comment, let me know how you guys felt about that. When I saw the girls and Miss Janet, at first, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at first I was very upset. I was just like, how can Janet, if you guys don't know, Janet was the therapist. Like, she was Puleng and Fehile's therapist. They were confiding in her, and all along she was working with the ops, but we didn't know who the ops were. At first I was upset with her, but I was just like, why would you like come in to such a serious profession, a therapist, where everything is supposed to be confidential, unless it is a, you know, why would you come into such a serious profession and like betray these kids? And as the story went on, as the series went on, I could fully not condoning it or anything, but like I could understand, because she was trying to protect herself, her son, and her baby, because these people were making threats to her as well. Like, if you don't do this, if you don't stop her, you are gonna have to answer to the powers that be. And seeing that, this is just a very like patriarchal thing, like these men controlling these women, like, and selling people. It's just ridiculous, because I didn't see any guys being trafficked, to be quite honest. And the people at top, even though one woman was at top, oh, and we gonna get to that afterwards. The people who were late, you know, they're soldiers, so to speak, were men. My favorite character in this series, hands down, it has to be KB's mother. And I will tell you guys why. This woman, obviously we don't know her, we don't know what her personality is like, but I feel like it takes a certain type of life experience to do the things that she did. And you know, like acting, you put yourself in that situation, you put yourself into your character's life. But I feel like she really relished that part. Like I was convinced, like I was angry with her. I was like, okay girl. I felt bad for her. Like, she made me feel things. The other characters did as well, but I feel like she really relished this role, and that is why she was my favorite actor, or my favorite character from this series. Comment and let me know who your favorite character was. A relationship that we have to talk about in this series was Wendy and Chris. Che, I would have shipped Wade and Puleng before I shipped Wendy and Chris. Chris needs therapy. Chris needs a hug. Chris is troubled. And Wendy was way different this season. Like, I find like seeing that like softer side of her, like it made me hate her character less. And I really enjoyed her character this season. I wish she had more like screen time. But Wendy and Chris, it was just a no for me. How do you guys feel about that? Like all the back and forth and stuff, and then it was just like, yeah, like that man don't want you, and I really don't think that she wanted him either. I don't know. It was just a very messy to me, very cringe. Comment and let me know if you guys ship them, or if it was just a no-go for me. A scene that is most memorable from this series was coming on to the end when Puleng and I think it was another girl, I can't really remember, when Puleng was about to, she had the option of staying on the boat and like turning herself into the people, or jumping off knowing that she couldn't swim. She went with the option of jumping rather than turning herself in, you know, to experience that kind of treatment and stuff. And I feel like it really just brought life to how serious things like that are. Because I mean, like, we were seeing these soldiers push around these women, and how they were basically treated like, they were treated like objects, like stripped down, and like we spray water on you to bathe you basically. It was very inhumane. To see that she would rather risk her life knowing that she couldn't swim rather than go out to something like that, I think it really brought like to how serious things like that were. And you know, in this situation, this series, it was not anything like, oh, like somebody ran away and like they got kidnapped, or they were lured into something like this. Really, I feel like in life, like you can't predict like what is going to happen to you. Puleng, she was captured because she kind of was sniffing where like she wasn't supposed to sniff, but I don't think that anything would have prevented I know it's crazy I'm saying nothing could have prevented it, like the writers could have prevented it, but I don't think that anything could have prevented this. So I mean, like, this could have happened to anybody. So I really commend the writers for bringing stuff like that to light. Like, I love movies and I love series, I love shows, I love art that makes you think about life and bring and educates you on like serious things that go on in life that are not like in mainstream media. You guys feel me on that one? After watching this series, it really made me ask God to, like, you know, just send really good people around me, like people with good hearts and people who are like genuinely they're solid. Because if you think about it, right, Pume was sold by her godparents. Like, she grew up her whole life knowing these people. Her godmother captured her mother. When you think about stuff like that, it's kind of like, how will you trust anybody? Like, I don't even know what the next season will hold, because I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, she probably will be in therapy next season, like serious therapy. But then she's traumatized as well, because her boyfriend's mother, who is a therapist, betrayed her. So I just feel like all of these characters gonna need serious therapy. But hands down, like I said, I give this 10 out of 10. It's 5 stars for me. The actors were incredible. KB's mom, that was the first time I've seen her ever in anything, and I think that she really did an amazing job with that role. So round of applause to you, girl. Round of applause to the writers and of course the cast. Yes guys, that brings this video to an end. Comment and let me know what you would like me to chat about next, what I should watch, what kind of videos you want to see on this channel, and I will definitely do that for you. Please don't forget to subscribe, share this with a friend, and comment and let me know what your thoughts were on Blood and Water, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.